Happy Thursday, everybody. It is great to virtually see you. There is a lot of crazy things going on, from COVID to social distancing to the fever pitch of the issue of justice and race. No matter where you land on any of those things, and no matter how you're affected, we can probably all admit it's a bit messy right now. In fact, maybe it's a lot messy right now. It's complicated, it's confusing, we have emotion, all of these things going on. And it made me think about what it means that we serve a God that is willing to enter the mess with us. I think for most of us, if we had the all power, all knowledge, all knowing, all present characteristics of God, the odds that we would use it to enter into all of the human issues are slim. But that's not our God. He enters into the mess with us. And I think he does it in several different ways. First of all, he is willing to enter into the grand mess. Earth, the world, society, right? Think about what John 1:14 says. The Word became flesh. It dwelt among us, and we saw his glory. Glory as of the only begotten from the Father, full of grace and truth. That phrase, the idea that the Word, that Jesus would be made flesh, that he would enter into it, not only saves us, but is crazy. But it's not just on the grand level that he's willing to enter into the mess. He enters into the mess at the individual level. The woman caught in adultery, the invalid by the pool. He didn't just generally save us. He specifically saved us. He gets in the middle of relationships and dysfunction and sin and guilt, and he advocates and supports and changes the most vulnerable. It's not even that he enters into the messes. He also uses messy people. Think about some of the great heroes of the faith. David, as Frank's been talking about, Paul, Peter, people who are messes. That's the God we serve. So if you are in a mess, be encouraged, because that's where you'll find him. He's there with you. If you feel like you are a mess, take courage. That's exactly the kind of person that he uses, that in our weakness, he's made strong, that we can boast in him and not in our own capability, which always leaves us. So what do we do with that? What do we do in a world that we live in like that? Chuck Colson had a great quote. He said, "Life isn't a book. Life isn't logical or sensible or orderly. Life is a mess most of the time, and theology must be lived out in the midst of that mess." It's never easy, and it's never straightforward. But listen to what Paul writes in 2 Corinthians. This is chapter 1, verses 3 through 5. Right at the beginning, he says, "Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of mercies and God of all comfort, who comforts us in our affliction, so that we will be able to comfort those who are in any affliction with the comfort which we ourselves are comforted by God. For just as the sufferings of Christ are ours in abundance, so also our comfort is abundant through Christ." See, he entered into that mess at the universal level and at the individual level, and he provides comfort and strength, and he's our refuge, but he does it for a reason, so that then we may be able to be comfort. It's a pretty crazy thing for Paul to equate that the sufferings of Christ, the gospel, what Christ did, that is ours in abundance, is also in comfort abundance. We have abundant comfort because of it. It is our job to provide that to others. So whether that is standing up for the Black community, whether that's standing up for the most vulnerable, whether that's being involved in relationship for the goal of mutual transformation, all the hard conversations, all the work, all the investment, that's our calling, because he enters into it with us. He never leaves us, and he gives us the grace, comfort, and peace in abundance. So it sounds weird to say, but what if today we went out and we looked for the mess? That is a high calling, but we serve a great God. Have an awesome Thursday. We'll see you later.